Chapter 1. The Baptism. Desperately, I struggled against the grip of the two guards who forced my bound hands behind my back. We stood at the end of the pass leading into the Valley of Mines, just before a bend. The oxen that had pulled the cart of goods for the prisoners grazed on the sparse grass in the ravine. The guards dragged me up the steep slope, along the rock face.
Off you go to prison now!
I heard they give the new ones a proper beating as a welcome.
Then I saw it. The barrier. A vast dome stretching for miles, enclosing the entire valley. It was made of massive blue arcs of lightning, constantly shifting and crackling. We reached the top of the cliff and looked down into a small basin, about 4 meters below. The pass we had come through opened into it from a platform beside a small pond, right at the mouth of the pass. A wooden trail ran up towards us, carrying a small cart. Workers were everywhere, hauling ore crates away from the prisoners under the watch of the guards, while loading the cart with goods of all kinds. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a young woman, beautiful, her hands bound, being led to the cart. Guards dragged me before a judge in a yellow robe, a sharp-faced man who has to read the sentence. I'd heard stories about him back in the dungeons of Khorinis. A corrupt bastard, loyal to nothing but gold. He wouldn't have cared what the guards did to me, so long as I could still swing a pickaxe. With a vile grin, almost savoring the moment, he unrolled a scroll.
In the name of King Robar II.
Why did I have to listen to this nonsense? This was worse than torture.
I condemn this prisoner.
Silence.
I was just wondering how many titles this damned king had when the judge was interrupted. We all turned. A man stood before us in a white grey robe with a dark red sash embroidered with a golden flame. A wooden staff rested on his back. What was a high fire mage doing here? He looked straight at me. His grey hair and beard were streaked with white. His face was proud, almost aristocratic. Yet his tired grey eyes didn't quite fit the image.
Prisoner, I have an offer for you. This letter must reach the leader of the fire mages.
So they were going to lock me in this open-air cage for life, and now they wanted me to play messenger? You're wasting your time, I said, well aware that the proud fire mages expected to be addressed formally. But he didn't react.
You may choose your reward. You will be given whatever you ask.
For whatever I ask? That doesn't sound so bad. Fine, I'll take your letter. The mage nodded to the guards, who reluctantly cut my bonds. He held the leather out to me, but I didn't take it. On one condition. He looked at me, surprised. I pointed at the judge. Spare me the rest of his babbling. You dare!
Silence!
The moment I took the letter and tucked it into my belt, the mage said,
Throw him in!
And before I knew it, the guards shoved me off the cliff. then grabbed me by the collar and hauled me out. I looked into the grinning face of a black-haired man.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone.
Why do you always have to interfere, Diego? Why can't we have a little fun with the new one?
I've told you 1,000 times. Leave the newcomers alone, Bullit.
What's one more? We got plenty of these dirt eaters breaking their backs in the mine.
Your barons don't see it that way, and I'm not standing by while you kill him. Go on then, kill me. But I wonder how you'll explain that to Taurus.
One day, I'll wipe that stupid grin off your face, Diego. Move it, you rats! Back to camp!
Come on, get up.
Groaning, I rose, rubbing my aching limbs. I was soaked through, shivering. The water was still ice cold. Winter had only just passed. Then I looked at the man before me. He was small and wiry. His trousers looked stitched together from countless red and grey patches. Over a red shirt, he wore a black leather vest with matching boots. At his belt hung pouches, a dagger and a short sword. Also a longbow and quiver rested on his back. His face was grim, with a crooked hooked nose and a thin moustache. His black hair was tied into a loose ponytail.
I'm Diego.
I am...
Don't care who you are. You're new. I handle the new ones. That's all that matters for now. If you plan on staying alive, you might want to talk to me. Though I won't stop you from walking straight into your own grave. So, what'll it be?
Fine. Let's talk. Why did you help me?
Because you needed it. Bullit and his boys might have killed you, and I didn't come all this way just to watch that happen. I came to make you an offer.
An offer?
Yeah. That little welcome you got should have made one thing clear. You need protection. Every newcomer faces a choice. There are 3 camps in this colony. You'll have to join one of them. I'm here to make sure people like you understand. You're best off here in the old camp.
What is the old camp?
The biggest and strongest of the 3. First one ever built. And I've got to get back there soon.
And me? After that welcome, wandering alone didn't sound appealing.
You can come with me. It's the closest thing to a safe place, and I doubt you want to sleep out in the wild.
Without another word, he turned and entered a narrow ravine on the far side of the basin. I followed. Can you tell me more about this place?
We call it the colony. You've probably heard. We mine ore here for the king. Well, we in the old camp do.
Ahead of us stood a small wooden gate, blocking the ravine. 2 men guarded it, clad in red armor, reinforced with metal and leather, patched countless times. They let us pass, but one of them called after me with a laugh.
Better get yourself to the old camp. They've got a pickaxe waiting for you.
What's that gate for?
To keep everyone from reaching the exchange point. Especially the cutthroats from the new camp.
What's wrong with the new camp?
Well, compared to them, the old camp's a peaceful place. If you don't mind getting your throat cut over a stale piece of bread, then it's perfect for you.
This Bullit guy wasn't exactly gentle either.
Yeah, the punch. They call that the baptism.
And the old camp's full of people like that?
There are a few bastards, but as long as you pay protection to the guards, You'll be fine.
Protection money. It just kept getting better. I don't have any gold.
Doesn't matter. Neither do I. Gold's worthless here. Hardly any of it around anyway.
Then what do you use?
Ore.
What? But that's valuable.
Out there, sure. The king needs it for the wall, and it's rare. Except maybe in Nordmar. But the orcs have that now. In here, there's ore everywhere. Most of it gets traded with the outside. Only a small part of it is paid out as wages.
The ravine widened. On both sides, tunnels led into the mountain. Most of them collapsed.
That's the abandoned mine. Used to be where we mined for the king, but it's older than the colony. Collapsed 9 years ago. Now we work in the old mine.
We passed it, and the path sloped downward. Then I remembered the letter. I stopped, checking my belt. For a moment I thought I lost it in the water, but there it was. I pulled it free, relieved. It was completely intact. The red wax seal bore 2 stylized hands raised in prayer toward a flame. The symbol of Innos, god of fire and sun, of law and rule.
Coming?
He was already several paces ahead. I hurried to catch up and showed him the letter. I've got a letter for the leader of the fire mages. A mage gave it to me before they threw me in.
Is that so? Lucky for you. I can't show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that. The mages reward their messengers well, and most people here have nothing.
I nodded and tucked the letter back into my belt, hidden beneath my shirt.
If I were you, I'd keep quiet about it until you meet one of them, though that won't be easy in your current position.
Why not?
The fire mages are close to Gomez. They live in his castle and rarely leave, and only Gomez's men are allowed inside.
Who's Gomez?
The head ore baron, boss of the old camp, most powerful man in the colony. Everyone you've met so far, including me, works for him.
And if I wanted to join his people?
You'd have to talk to a man named Taurus. He's usually at the castle gate.
Diego turned and continued on. I followed. We walked in silence for the rest of the way. It was a long climb. When we finally reached the end of the ravine, I saw we were still high up in the mountains. From about 200 meters up, we looked down into the Valley of Mines. To the east, the Myrtanian Sea bordered the land. On all other sides, steep mountains rose up, their peaks still capped with snow. 2 great rivers ran through the valley, one from the west, the other from the southwest. They joined in the east and flowed into the sea. Near the center of the valley stood an old stone castle, surrounded by a wooden palisade.
That is the old camp.